Hi, I'm Heather Perry, and I work for Procurement Services at UC Santa Barbara. I'm a Sustainable Procurement Analyst. Plastic has several very incredible properties and is really advantageous for society. Plastics are used in almost all of our everyday products. They're found in our building materials, they're found in paint, carpet, they're found in toys, in cars, in electrical equipment, medical devices. It's really hard to imagine what our life would be like without plastic. Plastic, despite all of its incredible properties, has been a really challenging invention for humans to manage. It's an incredible source of litter and trash and causes a lot of harm to our marine environments. Unfortunately, because it's a relatively new technology, animals and wildlife have not yet been able to adapt to digesting it, and so they will eat plastics, not recognizing it as not being a food product. It gets caught in their intestines and digestive tracts, and they can die from starvation. Plastics can also clog sewer lines and cause flooding. And despite plastics being relatively low energy to recycle, they can create a lot of problems in our municipal recycling systems. Additionally, plastics persist in the environment. They can take up to 500 to 1,000 years to photodegrade, and we actually don't know how long plastics take to break down and how long they can persist in our environment. Despite the complexity, I think it's always really important to look at the economic and environmental trade-offs of different materials we're using. So in this case, between paper and plastic. I think it's pretty well known now that single-use plastic bags have a lower environmental impact than paper bags when you're just comparing through literature reviews, looking at their life cycle impacts. Unpacking these debates can be really challenging. Despite what critics argue about these types of policy measures, studies have shown that in Southern California, bag bans and associated fees for single-use paper bags have been overall successes. Increasingly, municipalities have been turning towards other types of bans besides single-use plastic bans on things like foam products and styrofoam packaging, used either for food service takeaway containers or for other types of products. These types of bans have similar concerns around both their economic and environmental impacts, but the UC chose to implement this in order to achieve its zero waste by 2020 goal. Ultimately, we're all fighting for the same thing. We want a more sustainable planet, we want healthier economies, and we want a healthier environment. So whether you're a consumer, a student, a staff, or a scientist, please take a look at all of the environmental and economic trade-offs and make a decision that makes the most sense to you and for the environment.